It's Wednesday, June 25th, and I'm just wondering, after the Mavericks, please excuse this pun, plant their flag Wednesday night, where do they go from here?
And now, a word from our title sponsor.
We aim to turn your nest egg into a paycheck with half the amount you've been led to believe. Fluent Financial combines in-house portfolio design and risk management with income-generating investments designed to accelerate your financial independence. Our goal is to develop an effective portfolio strategy to help you retire sooner and have a better lifestyle. Visit fluentfinancial.com.
No one has ever come from as far back in the lottery as the Mavericks were picking to jump all the way to number one. And what a spectacular year to do it, because the number one pick, without question, is Duke freshman Cooper Flagg. He's 18 years old, the youngest player in this draft, by the way. He's 6'7.5" and 221 pounds, but given his age, might he even grow a little bit before he reaches 21 or so? He's already a better three-point shooter and better free throw shooter than, for instance, Luka Doncic has ever been in any year of his 7-year career in the NBA. But it's the other end of the floor that Flagg truly shines. He's a plus defender, maybe even a plus defender, a weak side shot blocker, and a solid rebounder. He truly plays all 94 feet of the floor. Flagg's already rich. He got an NIL deal from Duke, and then he signed a shoe deal with New Balance his freshman year at Duke. By the way, he chose New Balance over some much larger names because New Balance has 2 factories in his home state of Maine. He's the first men's college basketball player ever recruited by Gatorade for them to sponsor in a deal. But, hey, he's rich, but he's got an attitude, right? Well, no. Teammates and opponents alike agree he's a good dude. One opposing coach said of Cooper Flagg, he's got swag, but he's a likable dude. There's no punk in him there. There's no BS entitlement. He plays the right way. He joins a crowded front court position with the Mavericks. At forward, they have Anthony Davis, who'll play power forward. P.J. Washington, good player, can slide either small to power or power to small. Najee Marshall, good player, plays small forward. Caleb Martin can play both small and power forward. And even Max Christie, in some defensive situations, can slide down to small forward. Plus, you've got 2 excellent centers. Daniel Gafford, whom the Mavs just signed to a new 3-year extension, meaning he is committed contractually to this team for 4 more years. And Derek Lively, who's a really good ascending player, still on his rookie deal. But now, the real need of this team is where they have to go to work. They need a solid guard. They need somebody to hold down the point guard position while Kyrie Irving is recovering from major knee surgery. And that might take a half a year or more. They could use one of those forwards in a trade for a solid player. Or they could try to deal back into the late first round. By the way, there is some buzz about this. But a point guard taken in the late first round probably isn't going to be prepared to go in and handle and run the offense or defense of a contending team. They can re-sign Dante Exum and hope that he and Brandon Williams, who was really good last year as a two-way player, could hold on the position till Irving returns. My favorite, that I told you a couple of times in the last couple of weeks, my favorite would have been to go out and acquire the guard Anthony Simons from Portland. But he was dealt to Boston on Monday. What did Portland get back for him? Realize Simons is 26. Portland took back guard Drew Holiday, good player, but he's 35 years old. And he's got a multi-year contract. And he makes more than Simons makes, $5 million a year more. And for some reason, Portland also gave Boston 2 second-round picks plus Simons. And if you're thinking I'm going to stop here and explain what Portland was thinking when they made this deal, no, sorry, I don't have any clue. But as free agency approaches very quickly in the NBA, Dallas again finds itself as a team that is going to be right in the middle of the trade market.
In 1993, Bob opened the original Bob's Steak and Chop House on Lemon Avenue. 32 years later, the original Bob still greets you at the original Bob's. And now his sparkling new Bob's at Craig Ranch has opened in McKinney. Same fantastic beef and fresh seafood at these two Bob's, each run by the Bob's Steak and Chop House.
Okay, I'm not a cook, but my beautiful Mary is, and I must tell you that we've fallen in love with OPA seasonings. That's OPA, O-P-A. Make healthy meals that taste wonderful. OPA's all natural. We use it on meat, fish, chicken, salad, veggies. Just sprinkle, cook, and enjoy. And we found a little OPA goes a long way. Order your OPA now from the website opafoods.com and use the promo code NORM, that's me, and get 10% off your order. Delicious meals, all natural, and save some money. What is not to love about OPA seasonings?
Today's episode brought to you by Fluent Financial, Retire Sooner, Better Lifestyle, by Bob's Steak and Chop House, and by OPA Seasonings. Savor the flavor in your food.
Thanks for joining us on today's episode of Just Wondering. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, hit follow, and then a fresh new episode will be delivered right to you. And should you know other people who might enjoy it, please share it with friends. The executive producer and sometimes on-air talent of Just Wondering is my wife, Mary Dange. The producer is Mike Matern. The technical director is IndyCar Tim Hand from FanStream Sports. We really appreciate your being with us. It's just fun to do, and I hope it's fun for you too. And realize that every day, I'll be just wondering about something.
And I'm Mary Hitzges, and I'm just wondering too.